talking about your New Year resolution, and I have these rockets, and this one, when you have only 2 minutes left, this 1 minute left, and this means you need to stop right now. And I will count all time for when you're speaking, and at the end of our meeting, I will say you who will be more correct, and maybe somebody have more time for your speaking, and it's important in our meeting to thank you.
Thank you very much. When I asked Polina what's your main New Year resolutions, she said that she wants to be brave person, to have a fun year, and to meet more new people. I think that Toastmasters is a very good place to meet a lot of people. So you're on the right place. Okay, now I'd like to continue with the speech part. Today you are going to hear 4 great speeches, and our first speaker is Diana Alzubi. Her main New Year resolution is to relocate and pursue a new career in London by 2020. But don't worry, she's not going to leave us. She'll be the best president as she is until now, until the end of the June. Her main goal as a president is to get President Distinguished Award for the first time in club's history. I really hope that we will succeed, Diana will succeed, because I believe in her. And she's going to present her keynote speech, and the title of this speech is "This is Why You'll Fail." This is why you'll fail. Diana Alzubi.
Thank you so much. And hello again. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you guys have actually made a New Year resolution? Now, keep your hand up if you have already broken some of it. Oh no, we have some hard-working people here. That's great. Now, what about the rest who didn't raise their hands? I'm guessing you guys didn't even bother making the New Year resolutions, knowing that you're gonna break them anyways. But you know, I think that breaking New Year resolutions is actually, but on its own, it's not that bad. It's not a failure as such, and I'll tell you why. If you're a normal human, and normal human has infinite amount of wants, so typically a list of wishes, let's say, looks something like this. I want to become a better speaker. I want to improve my English to get to the professional level. I want to learn salsa. I also want to learn some of Chinese, because why not? It's a useful language. I also want to spend more time with family in the next year, and also learn some programming and a few more things. Can you see a problem with my list already?
Too many resolutions.
That is too many, yes. But like, I want everything. That's the problem. So that's why I say it's not a big failure to not do some of the things in that list. However, forgetting about the most important thing on that list or outside of it is a failure. And what is the most important thing to you? Now, each of you should know that. Should. It's your passion, it's your dream, maybe your purpose in life, or maybe you don't know that, you haven't found it just yet. Now, but deep inside, you know that a work you do should be your passion. You should be enjoying the work, and they should be paying you money for doing the things you enjoy doing. That's the ideal situation, isn't it? And it's not a myth, it's possible. One of the richest people in Europe, Sir Richard Branson, says that if work is not fun, why do it? Seriously? One of the richest people in the world is telling us that. I guess he knows something about that. But the reality is we distinguish between work and fun. Work is work, and then we wait until the end of the work so we can have some fun. And this kind of thinking will cause you failing. And let me show you why. Simple math. How much time are you spending at work? As an average person, from 9 to 6 and some time to travel to work. Let's say you sleep at 11. Reasonable. That leaves you with spending 80% of your time at work and only 20% of the time doing the things you like, the fun. You may say, hold on, you forgot about my weekends. Yes, the 2 days after the 7. Yes, I have forgotten about them, but hey, what do you do on the weekends if not to rest from the tiring week that you had? So you have the energy to continue doing the work that you maybe not particularly like. So this is why I'm saying, if you don't find your passion, what is important to you, you will fail. And if you're still not sure what is it, I can give you 2 very powerful questions that always help me refocus. I want you to answer these questions right now in your heads. The first question is, what would you do with your life if money was not an issue? What would it be? And question number 2, what would you do with your life if you stopped caring about what other people think about you? If you can't answer right now, note these down and answer them at home. These are very powerful questions that can change your entire perspective on your life. And the reason these 2 questions is because with the money, if you find the thing you're passionate about, you will find ways to how to monetize it. The simplest of things, if you become an expert in it, you can teach it later. That's the simplest one if you don't want to think. And about the people, well, if you're afraid of them laughing at you right now, okay, but when you succeed, will they be still laughing? I don't think so. So here are the 2 questions. Now, but let's say, no. You are not that person who's gonna fail. No, you know what is your passion. You are aware of it. All good. Shall I tell you? Yeah, I think I'll be honest with you. You'll fail too. Why? Because you won't have the courage to act upon your dream and do it. Because you will be afraid. Again, people may laugh at me. My family won't understand me. Well, my money would not be enough. What do I do? And when you're afraid, what happens? You start giving yourself excuses. But actually my salary is okay and my life is kind of fine. I guess I'll just continue living like that. It's not that bad. Or things like, I have some sort of a headache today. Clearly it's not the right time to start that important thing. Clearly it can wait for tomorrow because it really needs a fresh head. Heard these excuses before? One thing you won't say to yourself is you are actually just afraid. And the problem with the excuses and with delaying things is actually that there will never be a right time. Let me show you this. If it loads. Oh no. Sorry, this is okay, well, yes, it loaded, great. Okay, so there are 7 sumo guys. Now the point is not about the guys. The point is that there are 7. Let's pretend that each one represents a day of a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And also accidentally, people's average lifetime in Russia is 70 years. So let's imagine that each of them represents 10 years of your life. So 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc. until 70. Now, interestingly, Saturday and Sunday are the days you don't want to be working, right? So that's roughly about after 50 you want to reduce the things you do, and then after 60 you just don't want to be working, you want to be